Once upon a time, there was a small village in Ireland, named Summerfield. The dwellers of Summerfield lived a very simple yet happy life. Their lives were not very easy, but everyone helped everyone and took care of each other. Unfortunately, one summer, there was a terrible flood that destroyed almost all houses in this village. Because most of the Summerfield residents farmed, for a living, their crops were destroyed, impacting the villagers' livelihood. Though everyone survived the flood, their houses and crops did not. In the aftermath of this terrible flood, the villagers were in a difficult situation. They needed a way to start a new life. To take advantage of the villagers' misfortune, a cunning loan shark, named Mr. Thorne, set his eyes upon the villagers' few remaining assets. He was not only ugly on the outside but also inside. He planned to exploit their innocence for his nefarious gains. One morning, Thorne, with his silver tongue and deceptive charm, approached the villagers offering quick loans. Desperate for funds to improve their lives, the villagers fell into his trap, unaware of the vicious cycle of debt they were entering. He prepared contracts for these loans with very high interest rates, but did not mention these agreements to the villagers. Once the villagers received some money from Thorne, they were able to plant their crops again. Young Lisa, born and raised in Summerfield, lived with her mother. She was not only very beautiful but also very hardworking and smart. She worked hard, all day, with her mother, in the fields. A year later, the loan shark returned and asked the villagers for his money, which had quadrupled with interest. The villagers were stunned to find out how much money they owed Thorne. None of them actually had seen their loan contract. Thorne had forged everyone's signatures on these contracts. The villagers found themselves drowning in despair. Their livelihoods were at stake, again, and they felt helpless against Thorne's relentless demands. Lisa, fueled by her love for her village and its people, delved into the mystery of Thorne's scheme. Lisa, fearlessly, confronted Thorne, but he showed her the loan agreements. After a long argument, Thorne decided to offer the villagers a deal that would completely forgive everyone's loan. He said, "I would place 2 pebbles into a bag, one white and one black. Lisa would then have to reach into the bag and pick out a pebble. If she picks the black pebble, everyone's debt would be forgiven. However, if Lisa picks the white pebble, the debt would have to be paid, and Lisa would have to marry me." The villagers all wanted to reject Thorne's offer, right away, because everyone loved Lisa and no one wanted her to have to marry this crooked, old man. However, Lisa decided to take this chance. To her, there was, at least, 50% chance of everyone getting out from this crushing burden. She also knew that Thorne would never make any deals without cheating. She was sure that Thorne was trying to fool her and the villagers, but she was also confident that she could turn the tables on him. Lisa convinced the villagers that she could thwart Thorne's evil plans. Thorne asked all the villagers to gather in the big field at the center of the village, the next day, so everyone could witness the event. Early next morning, everyone gathered in the big field at the center of the village. Thorne came to the center, with a bag in one hand, bent over and picked up 2 pebbles from the pebble-strewn path and placed them into his bag. At that moment, Lisa noticed that he had picked up 2 white pebbles and placed them both into the bag. Then, Thorne asked Lisa to reach into the bag and pick one of the pebbles. Lisa thought for a moment and then decided to trick the loan shark in front of the villagers. She drew out a pebble from the bag which was, of course, white, and before looking at it, she dropped it into the midst of the other pebbles on the ground, but made it look like an accident. Now, no one could tell which color pebble she'd drawn from the bag. She said to the greedy loan shark, "I am sorry, I dropped the pebble, accidentally. If you don't mind, please look into the bag for the one that is left, so you will be able to tell that I had picked and dropped the opposite color pebble." Obviously, the pebble left in the bag was white. Lone Shark did not want to be exposed in front of villagers, so he said to the villagers that the pebble Lisa had picked and, accidentally, dropped was black. He announced to clear the villagers' debt. He also announced that he will not marry Lisa. The villagers were very happy. Lisa's sacrifice and her skill to overcome a tough situation not only saved her life but her village, as well. Moral of the story is that, it's always possible to overcome a tough situation through out-of-the-box thinking, and not give in to the only options you think you have to pick from. Thanks for watching. If you liked this story, please give a thumbs up and subscribe and share our channel. Thank you.